it's not fixed. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're on the way to pick up the 2021 S1000RR. We'll see you when we get there. All right, time to load her up. We made it back. If you want to go 200 miles an hour for under 20K, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an S1000RR. Guys, the BMW is back, but it's not fixed. Story time. As you guys know, I rebuilt this thing, picked it up, it was rolled over, completely destroyed, and we rebuilt the bike all the way back to perfect. We had one or two miscellaneous things we were still working on, but the biggest issue was the bike would not rev past 6,000 RPMs. On September 10th, I took the bike to the dealer. Me and my brother packed it up, drove all the way down to Illinois, dropped it off. They said it might be a day or two to take a look at it. Saw a sweet M1000 when I was down there. Fun fact, this is actually the owner's bike and he bought it, but he just keeps it there on display. So the dealer told me 1 or 2 days, then they ran a scan on it and no codes popped up, and then I never heard from them. Then a month passed and I heard nothing from the dealer, so I called them up, see what was going on. They said they scanned the bike, they couldn't find out anything. So then I didn't call the dealer for about a month again, so now it's been 2 months and they still never called me back, never told me what was going on. And at this point, I figured they just had put it off to the side because nothing was being done on this thing and it had been there for 2 months. A week ago, I called the dealer and I was like, hey, what's going on? I'm looking for an update. And they said that they couldn't find anything out on the bike, so they sent all the data over to Germany to see if they could figure something out. So after I made that phone call, I was like, I'm calling in a week. I can't wait another whole month to get an answer. So then a week later, I called them up, said, hey, what's going on? I'd like an update. And they said, well, we did a compression test and they found that on cylinders 2 and 4, there was 100% blow by on the intake valves. Now I'm not even sure what a lot of that means, but the best way I understand it is that the intake valves are not closing, so they could be bent or there could be something in the way. So then of course I asked them the $1 million question, well, how much is this gonna cost me? They said $5 grand, and that didn't include any parts. I looked at myself and I went, I'm about to learn how to take this engine apart. So that's why it's in the garage, guys. So first plan of action, strip it down, have to take off the head, flip the head over, and inspect the valves. In my opinion, it is quite disappointing that it took them 3 months to give me an answer on this bike when I was really hoping to have it back soon, but it is what it is. Let's get to work on it. no idea what that engine fault was for. This head right here is what we will be removing and inspecting for damage. We're gonna need to pop those headers off. So let's get to it. I'm excited to try and figure this thing out. We have most of the components off of the head of the engine, like the ECU. There's the throttle body. I don't think we need to move that. So without further ado, let's keep diving into this S1000. Actually, quick change of plans. We have a solution for that rear damaged carbon wheel. Let's take it off, and then we're gonna take it to the carbon doctor. He said it's non-repairable. I'm not sure what to do with that rim, but let's get back to ripping apart the bike. Alright, fairings are off. Time to head to the store to grab a tool for those headers, then continue with the head. Man, headers are finally off. That took me forever. Now that the headers are out, we have full access to the wiring harness and the head. I'm happy to be working on this BMW again. I was glad to give you guys an update. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.